Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. The Sister Wives comment Symone made on part 1 of the reunion has her in the hot seat, y'all. Now, she explains why she made that comment in the first place and makes a comment also about Joy's hair being fake. And we know from the show that Joy wears this big, beautiful, curly hair. And I mean, some of us have speculated that it's a wig, it's clip-ins, but at the end of the day, I just really thought that was her hair because she wore the same hairstyle on every episode. And I wasn't previously interested if Joy's hair was fake or not. I mean, I just wasn't. But I'm going to let you hear what Symone had to say and allow you to form your own opinions.
Yeah, I had to call her out for telling Winner's business to a group. See, I didn't realize that happened until I watched it when I was at home with everyone. Because I just thought Winter found out because Jay told her. Or even if Joy had told her in private, I wouldn't have had a problem with that. But my issue is simply that, put Rashid in the live. Rashid has some guests on his show right now, but my issue is simply that if it was that, I just felt like it was hypocritical. I felt like if it was that big of a deal, then you should have mentioned it in private. But no, you mentioned it among everyone because you thought it was salacious gossip. And ultimately, we just have a disagreement. Like, she didn't feel like she did anything wrong. I felt like she did something wrong. And so we can agree to disagree because we're adults. And at the end, it doesn't make a difference in our real lives. You said you're so happy Jay was exposed. You were always a fave. Yeah, I mean, honestly, my thing was I felt like Jay's story changed based on whose face he was. And I think we saw tonight, that's exactly what he was doing. He would say one thing in front of Joy, one thing in front of Winner. And I just wanted to make sure that whatever he told Joy was what he told me. We either both gonna get the truth or we're both gonna get a lie. But either way, I just felt like it was important that my sisters had all of the information that they needed to make the best choice for them. Yo, so seriously, I would say of everything this week that I learned, I was very surprised with Denise's Joy situation. I was like, what? My mouth fell open. When you can shock Symone, honey, you shocking some people, baby. You are shocking some people. So, I think we all thought Denise had good intentions. But that was just odd. It was strange. It was real strange. Somebody said they don't like messy men. I don't like messy men either. But then I got to thinking about it. See, I used to say in my confessionals, they laugh at me. I'd say, well, I don't understand. Is Jay here because he's ready for love or he's ready to sell some houses? Because every day he wear these shirts with his company on them. So all the time I'm like, is he here for love or sell houses? And ultimately they start telling him, you cannot keep wearing these shirts to sell your goddamn houses, see? And so, I think that I'm not saying he wasn't there for love, but he is a businessman with a lot to lose. And he knows women watch this. And if the women don't like you, they not finna buy no house from you. And then he's not gonna have a jet. And he's told everyone about that jet he has. So, yeah, there's that. Well, Rashid is a little busy now. One thing I learned, you got to let a man know you're interested and let him come to you, see? I can't keep running up on Rashid. I'm going to scare him away, y'all. I like who I liked. My main two that I liked were Jay and Rashid. And then like you saw, when I realized that Jay wanted me to be his little secret, I was like, oh no, that's not my ministry. And I just removed myself from that equation. See, he wanted he ended up with a little Dayton square or whatever. He wanted a hectagon, and I was not participating in no hectagon. Do I still talk to anyone from the show? Yeah, almost everybody. Yeah, pretty much everybody, actually. I went out, what was it, Sunday? We had Sunday Fun Day. Alicia, Shay, pretty much a lot of people that were in town. Alicia, Shay, Naya. Y'all leave my Naya alone. Naya is funny and genuine and fun. David came and Anthony came. So I said, you didn't think Denise meant well? Why? I don't think she meant negative at all. She and Joy were friends. They were really friends. And so, I think she had her own reason. But I mean, it was unusual. Unusual is a good word. Oh, I took them out with Sister Wives. Honey, I couldn't help it. Because I call them Sister Wives, and then I call Winter Sister Patterson. Because, you know, I love New York. And I love New York's mama is Sister Patterson. And Winter is anointed. So I was like, Sister Wives, Sister Patterson. But I don't think she likes Sister Patterson. She very nicely recommended that I stop doing that. So I'm not going to call her Sister Patterson. You guys are crazy. The guys are crazy to connect with you. Oh no, sweetie, I was not an option presented to them, but thank you. Yeah, they were just returning my energy. I like who I like. And if I don't like you, I'm going to ask you 50 questions until you go away. Like Edwin. No, I'm just kidding. No, but when I like someone, it's a different Symone. It's more like the Symone that Rashid experienced. And if I have you more in a friend zone, it's a very different experience. Because everybody ain't entitled to all of your love. Somebody said, can they take me out? Well, there are some preliminary questions that must be asked. So, you know, start with, you know, I need you to show me you don't have any child support arrears. So go ahead and run the monthly report from the Attorney General's office and DM me that first, and we'll go from there. Somebody said that was delusional that she came up with, yo, that was weird. Oh, mine are sitting pretty. Well, thank you. You know, my mother used to get me handmade bras. I had to start wearing bras in the 4th grade. Unfortunately, I think it was all that chicken in the projects. You know, it has extra steroids when you grow up in the inner city. So I think that made my boobs grow too big starting at the 4th grade. Yeah. Is that Joy's real hair? Of course not. She said I noticed she wouldn't go swimming. No, she didn't go swimming. She didn't show her hairline. But she has a beauty brand. Her company is a beauty company. And I've heard that she's going to be coming out with a wig line. So stay tuned. Because isn't it gorgeous? It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm actually wearing one now. Not from her line. Although I would totally support it. I think they were too mean to me at the reunion too. I agree. Someone said they didn't understand why Joy was so upset with you. Me either. At all. I was very confused. But, I mean, Joy had storylines each time. I think she's a great actress. I think she did really well. Even as a whole, just representing Black women, she did really well. So, I mean, you can't be mad at that. Yeah, let's see. I'm glad they showed the unseen footage to put the pieces together. He was telling me one thing and Joy another. Exactly. And actually, that was the only reason why I wanted to ask him that question in front of Joy. We were both dating him. And I just felt like if you're going to lie to us, you're going to lie to the both of us. If you're going to lie to me, lie to me. I mean, I'm sorry, correction. I was like, I want you to tell us both the truth or tell us both a lie. You're not going to tell me one thing, her another thing, and Winter a third. Because that's not fair to us ladies. I care about us. I don't care about that regular man. I don't care about no regular man. Thoughts on Denise? So what's funny is Denise would give me, like, there was one day when I cussed out Jay, and Denise was giving me advice. She was basically like, stay calm, don't do this. She was giving me advice as though like I liked him, and I was like, no, I'm cussing him out because I don't like him. I don't like him, and I think that he's gonna mistreat these other 2 girls, and I think that he's gonna waste their time. And in my career, right, I stick up for people who maybe aren't as aware as me or maybe aren't as eloquent as me. So I do, when someone's like, she's minding other people's business, I felt like it was my business. But also I do have a tendency to just, like, if I see people that I care about being mistreated, I will jump in and I'll say something. And I've come to the realization I'm not going to apologize for that. That's me. That's what I do. If you don't like, you don't do, my friend, I guess. Are any of the couples together? Well, you got to watch for episode 2. Episode 2 is going to tell about each and every one together. You know what I was confused about? It seemed to allude that, let me shut up before I get in trouble no more. But I think next week they're going to clarify which couples are together and which couples are not. And if they don't, tune into my live. I'll tell you the truth. You know I'm good for that. What caused me to cry at the reunion? Good question. So what happens, I'm arguing with Joy, and then she's like, you ain't no real women. You was a real women. You didn't talk to me about this before we went on the show. And I went, oh, hell no. Because I didn't talk to her about this before we came on the reunion show, because I felt like this is petty, this is stupid, and you dealing with real world shit. You are grieving the loss of your sibling. I can think of no greater pain. So when I walked over to her, what I said was, you dealing with some real shit. And you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And she like got watery and she understood. And then she like, and then we hugged each other. Cause I'm like, I'm not gonna, this is stupid. This is childish. Why are we still talking about this? Why are we talking about this? So that was my sentiment. But yeah, what you're not gonna have me do is like screaming across the stage. I'm like, no. And you know what? What they always say, hurt people. But also it's just like, her life is difficult enough. She doesn't need to be arguing about this silly foolishness that happened months ago that literally it has no impact. It has no impact on our lives, on our day-to-day. Like, it's a blip. It's a little bitty thing in the whole trajectory of our lives and our accomplishments. So why jump on Joy for what I said to her about being in? No, I didn't jump on Joy for that. I jumped on Joy for lying about me. So actually, the issue is she lied, bold-faced lied. And they didn't include the part where she admitted that she lied. But she lied when we sat on the sofa and we talked. And then she walked out of our discussion and went to Jay and said, yeah, Symone admitted that she was just trying to be messy. No, I didn't. So that was a part of our conversation that was edited, where basically it was like, don't lie on me. My issue. So some people were like, I thought you resolved it. We did. We resolved our issue of that day. But subsequent to that, I learned that she lied on me on multiple occasions. So that was the crux of what we discussed on the sofa. Now it's over. I did hug her. She needed a hug. It's not fair that her life. Sorry, my signal is really bad. Are you ready to join? Yeah. Sorry, my signal is so bad. But yeah, it's not like at the end of the day, she's gone through enough. I've gone through enough. Yes, she bullied me, but it's time to move on. Yes, she bullied me. That was why I was so angry. She bullied me mercilessly behind my back too. So that was the problem. Yeah, like what they talked about, the girls talked about it. They were like, yes, Symone said we didn't believe her. Symone said this. And we were just like, like they tried to get me kicked off is what I was told. Or when I didn't get kicked off, they went to the guys that like me, like to Brian and Machine, like, why didn't you vote her off? And then when we came home to Houston, like Cass would have events and they'd be like, well, if you're inviting Symone, I'm not coming. So Cass will have to pick. Are you going to invite Symone or Joy? And that wasn't fair. I knew I'm not hurting anybody. I said my apology and I meant it. So I just kind of felt like, quit messing with me. Leave me alone. I'm not bothering nobody. Don't bother me. Don't be a mean girl. At the end of the day, I think it was very trying for all of us, you know. And in the end, that's why I hugged Winter, because I was like, okay, this makes sense. Like, you know, I told her she was one of the girls and I talked to her and I was like, it hurt my feelings that you were like, I don't want Symone to come. If she's going to be there, I don't want to be there. But then I understood when she was like, basically, I thought you were lying. I was like, oh, well, that makes sense, actually. If I thought a grown 30-something-year-old woman is lying about a man liking her, that makes her crazy. And I wouldn't want to be around a crazy girl either. So, I mean, when I say the hatchet is buried, it's buried because we discuss things. I have a better understanding. And if I can put it on context, then that's that. I don't think that people are just going around saying, how can I make Symone's life a living hell? Like, no, people are already living in, some of us are living, very challenging adult lives anyway. So we got our own problems. Ain't nobody worried about me. Somebody said I was right. Joy should not have told Winter in front of a group of people. Yeah, that wasn't good. But yeah, she never apologized for that. She stands by that. She thinks that was a great thing to do. So we just agreed to disagree. Jay was sneaking around, letting the girls fight it out. So the sister wives. People keep asking me if I would date Rashid if he shoots his shot. I don't know. I gotta see it. It all depends on how the shot is shot. The shot is shot, I guess.